Hello everyone, this is Varsha and you are watching the series of success stories brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. Once again, we are here with you all to discuss the success story of one more achiever of ours, and this time we have with us Miss Tina Gada. So, Ms. Tina Gada, a senior user experience designer, is on a mission to revolutionize the fintech industry by humanizing the user's experience. With over 7 years of experience in the field, Tina is passionate about solving complex UX challenges to foster the growth of banking and address clients' needs. Tina's journey in the UX design is marked by a distinctive blend of skills and a deep understanding of human psychology. She leverages her expertise to create personalized experiences that align with user preferences and behaviors, ultimately helping individuals achieve their financial goals. But before we actually start the conversation, let's quickly have a look at a very small video telling you about what we actually do.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows, and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Hi Tina, how are you?
Hi, Varsha. I'm good. Thank you so much for giving the really great introduction about me. Nice to meet you.
All right, so before we actually start the conversation, firstly, I would love to know about your feelings on winning this Indian Achievers Award. As in, how did you actually celebrate the news when you got the information about your winning?
Definitely. So I was not sure. Like I got a nomination by one of my colleague, and then I won this award. So first of all, I was not aware of the nomination part, and then receiving the award and making sure that I don't know the words because I was very good with my UX field and getting the award for working towards that and making sure that I contribute towards not just my field but also giving back to the country where I come from. So something that felt really pride. I celebrated that over with my friends, family, as well as my LinkedIn family where I'm writing a content. So I did not had a word, but the love that I got from people around me and an appreciation from the Indian Achievement team, I think I was kind of overwhelmed with all of it. So thank you once again for recognizing it and honoring me with that award.
Right, and I once again congratulate you on this achievement of yours.
Thank you.
Okay, so now, as I saw your profile and I know that you did transition to UX, as in from application engineer to UX designer. So, what was it like?
So I'll be very honest. I worked here in India with Seclord for 3 years, and I realized that I always love to connect with people. I am a people person. I like to talk about problems, understanding the user pain point, and while working as application engineer, I was always behind the doors, and I never got an opportunity to solve real problems. I was solving the problems for application or the software, but I never solved a user problem. And while working there, I realized that I was enjoying giving critics on the UI, giving critics on UX experience, talking to the customer, taking research and trying to understand what is going where. So that was one of my passion. I realized that I could really make good money, but if I had stayed as a software developer and been in a big firm. But I decided no, I want to take a chance rather than regretting for the rest of my life. I did my master's in human computer interaction, and that was a huge shift. But having a very strong psychological background and also having an empathy towards the users that I always work for led me to a success where I got my first job with Citibank, and then from there my real journey started. And during like my master's program from SUNY Oswego, as well as like internship at Auto Capital, as well as SUNY CPD, I felt like I learned a lot during those 2 years of my journey, where I did so many hustling, and I am at the stage where I am supposed to be. I feel so proud to share this journey. And also, this transition was not easy, but I would say, like, it is not difficult, it is not impossible. So, one of the things that I feel really proud about myself is taking the plunge rather than regretting it and seeing the results, because I only focus on working hard rather than like thinking about whether I need something or not, but just trying my best to do whatever I am doing. And I'm super passionate about accessibility, inclusivity while designing. So I think so one of the things that I want to make sure that continues to happen even in future is continuously work towards that and make sure that not just an application as well as a website makes I make it inclusive or accessible, but also try to work towards everyday design in my day-to-day life and encourage people to like make this world a better place for every human being. So that's all.
Right. So, nothing comes that easy to us. And I'm pretty sure that you must also be having certain sort of challenges in your professional, journey or role. So, what challenges you have to face, when you move to USA, and how different it is than Indian culture in terms of IT?
Oh, it's a really interesting question. So I would say, like, there were so many differences in terms of like the cultural shock that I got when I moved to United States. And one of the thing for me, which was a very big challenge, was like I come from a Gujarati medium, so learning English and trying to like talk with every single individual who were around me was American or a native English speaker. So one of the biggest challenge for me was to learn the language, and I shouldn't complain about it because I should have known before I decided to move there, but I wasn't there. Like, it was one of the biggest challenge. Another challenge that I faced was having a cultural shock, because if you come from a country like India, where like every individual you meet and greet is like always open, and you are always surrounded by people. So like there were so many different cultural shock that I got. But now when I'm seeing myself working for Vanguard as a senior UX designer, I feel the entire journey taught me so many things. The experience taught me so many things, and one of the pleasure thing I feel that proud about is working in United States and IT company gave me a understanding that there is more than your life and there's more than your work. So I have a very good balance of my work life. So I feel proud about it, which I think I lacked when I was working in India. People respect your boundaries. There's like after Friday, you do not really work. After Friday, you are like chilling with your friends and you look forward to weekend, but not in a desperate way. You look forward to weekend just because you have to do household chores, nothing else. But those 5 days are the only work days that you are like putting yourself out there and like working. But other than that, you are like having a healthy, balanced life. I feel another thing that I love about American culture and also working in IT in America is people respect your work. People see that you are doing more than your work. So, like, whenever I'm writing on my post on LinkedIn, I get more support from people from my company, Vanguard, and I feel that is one of the very pride moment for me, because they do not judge me. They do not think that I'm doing something during my work hours. They really respect that. They know that I am balancing my personal life with another professional life, but also they respect every aspect of my life. And I kind of feel like working in IT in United States has been one of the another blessing after moving to United States. So nothing else that I can add to that.
Right. So, I know that you are a mentor in the field of UX. So, what are the services or the products that you offer to people or the market out there?
Definitely. So I think so. One of the things that I have realized is when I was transitioning to UX, I never had a really good support because mentorship was not something which was handy. So I started a coffee chat with Tina in 2019, and I wanted to make sure that like whatever I learned, I wanted to create a groups. Hey, this is the book that I read, and I wanted to share that out, and I would encourage other people to like join it. So I have multiple webinars and services where we read the books. I create workshops every month. So what I do generally is have a workshop once a month where we are teaching about UX, how to break into UX industry, how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, how to reach out to recruiters, get the job, how to move to United States. So that's the kind of a services that I provide in my mentorship. I have seen 150 recommendations initially in for 6 months after me starting this mentorship, and it's been like more than 3.5 years that I'm continues to do this mentorship. I feel very proud to give back to the community. I really feel the resources that I provide has helped many mentees land a job in UX industry. There are certain times I get messages of appreciation after they receive the job because of my advices. So those are the accomplishments that I feel after doing this mentorship session. One thing that also helps me as a mentor learn from them is like I get to experience the interviews of Meta, Google, where I would not do it by myself, but I would get this experience because I'm helping my mentees to like work hard towards their interview or getting involved in every small details of their interview process. So those are the things that I feel like pretty proud about while doing this mentorship. I'm also writing a book which is going to be released in next year. So this is something that another thing that I never thought that I will be able to write a book or like be part of many other organization as a judge, speaker. I'm doing my accessibility certification. So those are the things I kind of feel I wouldn't have done otherwise if I was not a mentor, because as a mentor you have a lot of responsibility, and I just feel that brings a lot, and like it keeps me up to the market, like where I have to always hustle to learn, to share with my mentees so that I'm like relevant. So I feel like it has been another incredible journey that I never stop learning, and I continue to learn to help myself as well as help the society and like people around me. And one of the another thing that I like about my mentorship journey is like I get to meet many students, many experienced professional across the globe. So it's not limited like I'm only mentoring Indian people, but I'm mentoring like people from United States. I'm mentoring people from Canada, Australia, and sky's the limit. So I think so that's something that I feel every individual is able to reach out to me, and that is something amazing.
Lovely, Tina. So now, as we have discussed about your professional journey and also the, products or the services that you're offering to people out there, if you can also talk about the social contribution of yours.
Definitely. So, social contribution is one my time. To be honest, I spend almost 8 to 9 hours over my weekend to make sure that like I'm available to every student or like every profession. So my weekend slots are basically filled with all the mentorship calls. There are times when I take a break and do literally consume information so that I can like give back, and like break is always good to ensure I am learning and I'm giving back in the right way rather than getting exhausted or burnout. Another thing that I do is like so there are certain times I have to purchase books, I have to take some courses. So some are free, some are paid. I don't care about that. I'm learning and I make sure that my mentees learn too. So I give them away for free whenever I'm like done with those courses. I give them back in terms of like appreciation for booking the call with me. The third thing I do is so this is my vision, and I'm working towards that. I want to make sure that in India, I have my charitable trust which supports women to get an education. I come from a family where I was allowed to do certain things, and when I say allowed, I feel no shame, no more than a shame, because I feel every girl should have that opportunity to be educated. They should not feel pressure after like 25 they should be getting married, or they should not have to ask for permission. And I want to change that mentality of every individual women in India specifically. I want to provide them education. I want to provide them this whole mindset that they are free and they should not be asking for permission. So I try to like, so last year I had provided three girls with their school fees as well as their college fees. So I want to continue doing that. Right now, my based on like the salary that you have, you can only support few, but I want to like share this word with entire world. Make sure that many women like me think that many humans like me think that like they should be giving back to the community, especially women, because if one educated woman is there in your family, it changed the entire family's upbringing and it changed the perspective. So I feel I want to continue doing that, and I want to share and do more charity towards women's education and their well-being.
Lovely work you're doing, I must say, Tina. So now, before concluding our lovely session, what message or mantra you would like to give to a younger generation who wish to become successful in their careers?
I think one of the things that you can do to be successful is make sure that you are yourself, do not cheat, take help, do make sure that you take a mentorship from many people as you can, because um, you can learn from your mistake, you can learn from others mistake and avoid the time which you can like things that you can achieve in a year, you will take longer if you don't take help from people. So don't hesitate to ask for help. Make sure you are trying to make genuine connection with people, because if you do not have a genuine connection, you might take help from people but you will never have a successful life, or like people celebrating your victory. So try to make authentic connection. Try to read more books. Do not just be practically implementing things. Try to balance that out. Read more books, learn more stuff, and try to share this with others, because one of the things that I've learned in my life is like whenever I'm sharing things with others, I'm gaining more knowledge. It is retaining more. So I feel I just want to continue. Whenever I'm learning something, I share with my people, I share with my friends. If even if there is a job or like other opportunities, I just do not hesitate. I don't consider my surrounding as my competitors. One of my biggest competitors is myself. So I continue to like improve and work on myself rather than like thinking about others, and share the equal opportunity with everyone. So for my young generation, I just want to share you should do the same thing and never make enemies in life with your words or with your power or with your success, because that comes and goes. But the people that you have, they will once they will leave. So make sure that you don't take them for granted, and show the genuine care and love that you have in your life.
And that's a lovely piece of advice, I must say. So, thank you so very much, Tina, for joining with us today. It was lovely talking to you, and I wish you all the success for all your future endeavors as well. And may you continue to inspire us the way you are doing. Thank you so very much for your time.
I really appreciate that.